Welcome to Nuer Tube. My name is Shan Kosnyak. I have a message here about the newly elected leader in Gambella. Uh, there is a message here that the Gambellian youth wrote to the newly elected president and the vice president of Gambella. So, okay, Gambella used congratulatory message to newly Gambella president, Ms. Alemitu Umot, and vice president Dr. Galwa Ronjel, a PhD holder. Dear Ms. Alemitu Umot and Dr. Galwaron Jal, we wish to inform you that your journey to presidency is a challenge and encouragement to the young generation and to the entire Gambela region. Your win is a ray of hope to the young men and women in the hustler nation with the dream to become future leader of this region, and whose hope had been shot leashed by the dynastic spirit, knowing both of your early life being born to a peasant family to being a national minister, daughter of women, children, and youth affairs, and to know as the first woman president of the Gambela regional state, ignite our thoughts to the realization that for real, no human is limited, and that no matter how and where you began, with God respect and determination, everything is possible. That is the congratulatory to the first female president in Gambela. Uh, Dr. Galwaron Jel PhD once said, "I'm not a leader of lazy people." These are Dr. Galwaron Jel word to lazy Nuer student who visited him very often in his office when he was the Dean of Gambela Teacher Education and Hills Science College, asking for a favor from him that they should be promoted while they fail the exam. Whatever one know of Dr. Galwak is that he does not support nonsense. He does not support corruption. To be specific, he has a first world mentality, and the Nuer politicians who have been comfortable with the status quo will find his leadership difficult. However, the good news is that the civilian will enjoy his leadership. Dr. Galwak is a hard worker. You may know that Dr. Galwak is a farmer who has a big farm a few kilometers away from Gambela town, and this tells that he's a man of development. Gambela will not be the same again. To me, I think the matter is not from which ethnic group the president hails, but what kind of leader the person is. If you look carefully at how this appointment came about, you will understand that it is God's work. We all know that in Ethiopia, when a leader is about to leave the power, he has to recommend someone. Do you think in your right mind that the outgoing vice president would recommend Dr. Galwak? If his recommendation was asked, no, he wouldn't. You would only see someone like Galwak Gaj will walk right by yet another useless guy, something like that. That's just how the youth wrote the message. A former President Umodu Julu would also recommend only his close friend, Uto Ukot, Ugeto Ading, Ajak Ushala, Umot Samuel, etc. If the appointment come in line with the recommendation from the outgoing leaders, as Galwa Tutkot and Senai Akwar did in 2018, you wouldn't see Umodu Julu recommend Miss Alemitu Umot. He would instead recommend someone like Ukototo, our murderer, the extremist Anyak, brought to surprise by Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali Karen removed. And actually here, the move that was brought by Dr. Abiy Ahmed by selecting a female woman as the president in Gambela has surprised many people. This was a very unexpected move from Dr. Abiy. As you may hear it from this message from the youth, I got it on social media. So they pointed out that if this was the act of the president and the vice president of Gambela, they wouldn't select Alemitu as the president, because Alemitu, she is a female president, she's a woman, and this is the first time for Gambelian people to have a female president. So which is very new to us all, the youth of Gambela. But this thing was done as something which is fair by the federal government, the Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy. For us who have suffered enough for 6 years since 2018 and survived assassination attempt with the perpetrators going unpunished under the leadership of Umodu Julu, we have something to celebrate now, because many people been traumatized about the previous leadership. Okay, so don't misquote me. I'm reading a message from the youth who wrote it online, and this is the painful story that we go through as youth in Gambella. And it is never a new thing. We are experiencing this such burden, such painful event that occurred. And today we find this as a relief to us, having a new president, having a new vice president. And we are hoping that this new president might find the right way, to correct things. The appointment of both Ms. Alemitu and Dr. Galwaron lights up the thought of those who didn't believe in the existence of the living God. Your journey from grace to grace is a clear indication of the power of prayer and God's miraculous works that surpass human understanding. As a role model to many, we got total trust in your leadership, and we believe that our nation is in the right direction with you on this steer. We are looking forward to the day that both of you will be sworn in as a Gambella's next president, because that day will be a new dawn to our nation. On behalf of all the youth of Gambella regional state, uh, I, GCI, the Gambella contemporary issue, which to inform you that we are really happy and expectant of your government. This is a message from Gambella contemporary issue. Uh, Congratulations to the Gambella Region State President, Ms. Alemitu Mot, and Second Deputy President, Dr. Golaron Jal, who is a PhD holder. Well, here, uh, to my understanding, we've been going through a lot. Life in Gambella, it is never fair. We have seen the suffering of our people. We have seen a lot of things that should be corrected, but the previous leader, did not even try to find a way to resolve them. So when the news breaks out that Dr. Abiy Ahmed has finally removed this leader, to me, I feel this is a relief. It is a relief. You have here this information that I just read from the GCI Gambella Contemporary Issues, passing the youth message to congratulate the newly elected or selected leader to lead Gambella. To my understanding, Gambella, I think it will be in the right direction. And it will go into the right direction when Dr. Gatluak, Ruon, and Ms. Alemitu Mot have the right people to do the work. Because this angry politician in Gambella, they will not allow this leader to do the right things, because all the aim is to get money, to marginalize people, not to give the service. Imagine in Gambella, we have unfinished infrastructure like a stadium, a road. We can see that Gambella was in a mess. And we are hoping for a better service from them, from this new elected leader. May they do their best to stop the marginalization of the innocent people by offering what is necessary for the Gambellian. And this is the message that I have. The youth in Gambella already spoken. They are saying that enough is enough. This is a time for change. They are telling our new community to come back. Let's work together as a community. Let's work together as Gambellian For this is the only way that we can make Gambela great again. We can make Gambela to develop when we work together. So this is the message that I have for you. Uh, so if you have any question, please drop it down below so that I can get back to you. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.